Howdy folks, welcome back to Rustic Garage. We got a quick one for you this week. I'm changing the thermostat on my 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. It's having a problem running hot. Anytime I get over 45 miles an hour with the air conditioning on, the temperature spikes really quick and I have to roll the windows down and put the heat on full blast just to get by. In addition to the thermostat, I'm also going to be changing the upper radiator hose because I'm pretty sure it's starting to fail as well. The radiator drain plug on this Jeep is on the front passenger side at the bottom instead of on the inner side. It's actually on the outer side facing the grill. Seems like a nice idea, except the bumper's in the way, all the wiring for the winch is in the way. It's very difficult to get to, and it was pretty stiff, so I had to fight it for quite a while, which you're about to see. Just a heads up, if you're going to do this yourself, don't back the drain plug out all the way. It will pop out and it's a pain to put back in. Just turn it open enough so that it's fully flowing out of the little nipple there at the bottom, and you should be good. After removing the engine cover, I need to remove the air intake hose. All the sockets I use for this are an 8mm and a 10mm. The two bolts that hold to the radiator core support are 10mm. The two hose clamps attached to the throttle body and the air box are 8mm. Here I'm struggling with the mass airflow sensor wire. I couldn't get it unplugged, so I just twisted it and set it out of the way. Here I'm using some channel locks to remove the hose clamp attaching the radiator hose to the thermostat housing. I did have a drain pan underneath there to catch that, just so you know. The bolts for the thermostat housing are 10mm. And there it is. Yeah, she was definitely stuck. Here's the replacement part. There's a new thermostat, gasket, spring, and retainer. This retainer didn't want to fit in the slot of the housing. I wound up having to use the original one that came out of the old one. See, it doesn't fit. The old gasket was stuck to the block. Scraped it all off. Alright, she's back in. Time to swap out that hose. I hate these kind of hose clamps. I prefer the worm style where you just tighten a screw. These are technically better, but if I had the right ones, I would have replaced them. Something that would have definitely made this easier would be to spray the inside of the hose with some WD-40. I currently don't have any WD-40, so I didn't do that. I think they do make a special tool for these type of clamps. It probably made that a lot easier. I didn't have it, so channel locks. Problem is, if you set the channel locks up too loose, you can't squeeze it tight enough to get it over the hose. But if you don't have it, if you have it too tight, you can't squeeze it shut, if that makes any sense. You just have to find that sweet spot. They just want to keep twisting in the jaws. Something to pry with. Alright, she's on. Putting the air intake back on. I have closed the drain plug at this point, and now I'm installing this coolant funnel kit, which is awesome. I use it on everything I got. It makes it so much easier to put coolant in. Keeps it up above the engine. And if you got any air bubbles, they'll just kind of bubble out to the top, especially when it's running. Check and make sure I don't have any leaks. Revving the engine pushes the fluid through faster and helps build pressure. See? Wait for it. And thermostat opened. That's what we're looking for. This is helping get any air pockets out of the system. All those air bubbles are being pushed through with the water, and it's pushing it up through the top of the funnel. While all this is going on, I do have the heater on full blast, and it's helping to push some of the fluid into the heater core. Keep checking for leaks. I think that's about it. Put that plug in it and just transfer it back into the jug. Gonna put the radiator cap back in. I do recommend, if you have a kind of overheating issue, to get this cap with the release valve. It allows you to relieve the pressure so you can pull the cap off and add water to it without having to wait a couple hours for it to cool off. So it's kind of late, so I'm not going to get the test out tonight. But I'm coming back to it in a couple days and let you know how it worked out. These hood pins can be a pain sometimes, I swear. Alright, so it's been a few days since I got the thermostat swapped out. Been checking it, making sure it's not leaking, and everything seems to be dry. Checking the fluid. Everything seems to be topped off. New hose. Good to go. It hasn't been getting hot. It's been staying at the normal operating temperature. I can get up to 50, 60 miles an hour. Doesn't matter. Have the AC on full blast. And she's doing good. That's it for this week's video. It was a nice quick one. We'll be back next week. We're back working on the Bronco. Go ahead and hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week. God bless.